Ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing today? Because my hackers and haters have been totally freaking out, having a hissy fit temper tantrum, which is weird for adults, the last 50 hours, I'm going to have to make this short and sweet. We're looking at Jerry. Jerry is a tropical storm, I believe now. He contains an immense amount of rain and precipitable water in his core, and he is continuing to travel north by northwest and has crossed the 68-degree longitude mark he was not supposed to cross. And so he is still headed north by northwest. You see him? We're going one simple slow frame at a time. And so we will continue to watch and monitor Jerry. And I got to say, off the bat, this is the weirdest, wildest, wackiest hurricane season I've ever been associated with. So I don't know what's going to happen next. Also, when I had predicted a storm for the 18th to 23rd, Category 3, around the New England area with a 20% out to sea option, technically, Humberto, I believe it was, qualified for it. And I was like, yay, okay, well, I got it. It went out to sea. Everybody should be happy. People didn't seem very happy. Well, and then some people were saying I failed. And I said, you know what? We're not really going to know until the end of October because we still have the Crystal River hurricane. And that's the one I've been most confident about. And it has a 0% chance out to sea option as far as I know. One other thing I want to say. I don't talk about geoengineering and weather manipulation much, but this season makes me believe more than ever that they're doing some weird shit to our atmosphere. It was the Texas storm, Imelda, that made me think that because all that moisture jumped over Mexico and then hit East Texas. And you should be loading faster, Jerry, but you're not. So I'm just saying everything is really weird, and it looks like Jerry has been being under attack by something. And so, you got to think like they want to keep their heavily densely popular areas, especially poor people get the shaft in storms. So I'm sure they take better care of the rich people. Speaking of the middle of October Crystal River hurricane I've been discussing since April, anywhere from, let's say, the 8th to the 16th, this is, granted, it's 336 hours out, and sometimes I think the models just like to troll me, but here you go. Like, we've got a giant system that's going to be pulling up and trailing through the Crystal River system. Right now, it doesn't look like a hurricane, but look at this giant. I don't know what is going on with the GFS around the 7th or the 8th, but we keep seeing signals that there's a good chance that I was correct on Humberto, and then I will be correct in the middle of October. I don't know specifically, so everybody should be ready across the board. Then, for 2.5 runs, people were kind of freaking out because the Euro showed you have Jerry go out to sea, and then you have Karen plow through the south tip of Florida and then go into the Gulf of Mexico. So Jerry goes out to sea, Karen hits the south tip of Mexico, and then Lorenzo, which is actually reminds me of the storm I was looking for now, that would be on the East Coast. What if I was 2 weeks late? That would make it a KBO and not Neptune. All right, so we were watching Karen like a hawk, although just like New York City, I think, has a shield over it. It seems like South Florida has a lot of good luck charms, a shield, call it what you will. So this was the run before the last run, where the Euro, the King Euro, which all Mets love, it has Karen dipping south, flipping around, and then just kind of stopping. That was 12Z from yesterday. What am I doing here? Is it this one? This is the one that had Karen, then Jerry goes out to sea, and then Karen comes and dips under into the Gulf. And then this was the 12Z, I believe, which has Karen then plowing all the way over South Florida and hitting Louisiana. And now in the latest model run, it has Karen still heading towards Florida, but it gets torn apart by wind shear and laser beams, I guess. But notice it adds more of a westward component to Jerry. Wait, no, that just takes its... The heck? All right, that's the 00Z. And this is the latest one. But we will keep our eye on Lorenzo, because if I was wrong and that is the storm we're looking for, then Mets are going to be wrong on him for about a week. So you notice, okay, so this is Jerry. It has Jerry right here going out to sea. And then it has Karen getting torn to shreds and heading south into the Keys. But I'll be on the lookout for either a very tip of Florida landfall or to miss Florida completely and then go into the Gulf. How are you? So we were tracking Jerry, who was supposed to be going out to sea, but he was also supposed to be going straight north or east by this point, and he's not. This has him listed at 68.2 west, and as I've been saying for a week, he's never supposed to get past 68. So he's already wester than all the models had ever predicted. We have Karen. Nobody knows what Karen's going to do. Karen's one of the weirdest hurricanes I've ever seen. And then we have Lorenzo. By all means, this thing will probably be a Category 5 before it's said and done. Where it goes, nobody knows. Everybody says it's going to go straight up out to sea, but don't be surprised for this somehow to miss that. And after I've been talking about all the moisture that has been flowing into Texas, we need to watch it. It may have a chance to reform, and so we have a yellow X with the 20% chance to develop, but it would put it south towards the volcano range. All right. So yeah, Jerry's a monster. Lorenzo's going to be a monster. We got to keep our eye on Karen. Here's your spaghetti plot for Karen. It's a lot of help, ain't it? It's like Karen's drunken on drugs and riding a Segway with an anchor. Oh, I was looking for a joke. It didn't happen. Yeah, definitely. Everybody watch out for Karen. It won't end Puerto Rico, but hopefully it won't develop until after it passes Puerto Rico. You guys should get some heavy showers. But here's the deal. In Tropical Depression 12, which is the one I think we're monitoring in the Gulf, this has it saying it could get to a Cat 4. Watch that. Everything is changeable, mutable. Here's the spaghetti plot for Jerry. And notice even on the latest spaghetti plot, they have it. It's the westest it's ever supposed to be, and it's even technically further. Now, I was watching on my phone because I didn't use my computer for like 8 hours. You get tired when people are sticking their dicks in your machine. Okay, but see this thing right here, like it's how it's flat curved. It's almost like, see that how it's like flat? It was worse before. Then you have your spinning center here, but it's almost like they're trying to push it or kill it or chop it in half. See how that right there? And then the center is still spinning, but Jerry is a fighter. Like I can't even express like how. So everybody on the East Coast, especially New England, New Jersey, New York, just stay aware in case it's a worst case scenario. You know, if it somehow fights on until the ridge passes by, then that would probably be trouble. You got Lorenzo looking nasty. This is just a giant mess. There's that moisture stream that may develop. Take a breath, myself. But see how it's flattened, like that one spot? I mean, maybe it's a natural occurrence and a natural cause, but just watching Jerry fight against whatever's hitting it, it looks like they're trying to knock Jerry out. Because, yeah, I mean, he's pretty close to the coast, considerably, if he keeps going west. But for now, everybody agrees he's just going out to sea. So our biggest priorities are going to be Karen, this developing thing, and the Russian volcano eruption from June. Turned the skies purple. A volcano in Russia back in June injected enough particles high into the atmosphere that many sunsets are taking on a purple hue. Have you noticed? When will Jerry stop going west? Eventually. I'm sorry, I've been like, I just can't stop watching Jerry because it's, and look, so there's all that moisture I've been talking about that is heading into Texas and Mexico. But notice how, so the blue, the moisture part is pushing the blue back, and then I don't know what's going to happen. It's very interesting, man. I'm just saying, for something that's only been headed northwest, It's interesting that nobody's really talking about Jerry at all. But I will keep my eye on it. Model tracks from 8 hours ago. Notice how, that's a lot of help, isn't it? Notice like 100% of them agree that Lorenzo, sitting on his benzo, is going out to sea. But I don't know, man. If it was the storm that I was looking at, we will watch, because they got flow wrong last year. At least for the first week. Pockets of Arizona have the greatest flash flood risk today. That's probably ongoing right now. Check out these volcanic asterisk wildfires in Indonesia. That is nasty looking, bro. That is nasty looking. Behold the glimpses of the flooding power of Karen as Trinidad Tobago got hit hard. Many lost their possessions, but no lives were lost so far. Asterisk. And last night I was like, we could put aside our differences, work together, improve everything, and have a great X-Men Marvel DC Halloween party in 2020. And the pop star and her mini Ice Age friends were like, we are going to kill you. I was like, with kindness? They're like, no. Like, oh, okay then. Well, if I don't see y'all have a happy Thanksgiving and a Merry Christmas. And be sure and tell the people post my death that was amazing. Sometimes, when the energy allowed, hilarious. Yeah, I'm never going to give up. It's not in my blood. Up to 91 degrees in Boston. Only a few days on record have been this hot so late in the year. 5 other times. Oh, that must be why the mini Ice Age salesmen are so pissed off. Because it's got to be really hard to sell it these days. Yeah, there are always gullible people out there, though. Ed Piotrowski. Karen may not survive the Caribbean or the Southwest Atlantic this week or next. Only if it does will scenario 1 or 2 be possible. Assuming it survives, regenerates, big assumption. It could be a threat to the U.S., but not for at least another week. Plenty of time to watch. See, that's weird. Honestly, though, would I feel like Thor if I wasn't under attack? I could definitely use a vacation. But, yeah, that's what I was built to do, man. I'm a bully magnet. You can see rains extending over the Southwest because that's that moisture pouring in from Mexico. Somehow it's not going into Mexico, it's just showing up in the United States, which makes me think this must be some pretty nice territory. Jerry is going to go east. When? Eventually. I guess. That's a rumor. You should be working by now. Model. I don't want no steel frame, but notice how Jerry has a giant tail. Just like in the show Seinfeld. Okay. You're not going to work for me? There we go. We got 1 frame. 2 frames. Sweet. But yeah, see the bow shock shape. Bow shock. Wow. Bow, yippee-yo, yippee-yi, yippee-yay. See, on this one, it looks like it's kind of moving east. But this is just temperature. But you see how that is just... it's getting blasted from all the alien radars in the Bermuda and Florida Keys. They're like, stay away from Florida, buddy. Coronal mass ejection targets Earth. A coronal mass ejection. CME is coming. Maybe. That's what she said. NASA's Stereo A spacecraft photographed the jet like. And see, here's my problem with the bumper sticker term grand solar minimum. Like, if you're in a coma, that's like grand activity minimum. And so it's like an oversimplification that doesn't justify it, because the sun is always active. Whether it be coronal holes or coronal mass ejection, solar flight. So, and even if you go look at it in the sky, it's just not a good term to describe how the sun is changing in ways we don't fully understand. And it creates this illusion that we fully understand the sun, the planets around us, the solar system, when we don't. Hey, there's the little cat hair of doom. The sun is active, the weather's active, I'm active, you're active, we're active. I'm obsessed with Jerry. The sun's bottom looks a little dark. Why won't you work? There we go. Now. Oh well. Man, comments are cool. Can't wait till I can start doing videos on comments again. guess there's nothing stopping me now. Anywho, man, I appreciate you guys. Y'all are fantastic. I wouldn't have made it this far without you. And if you want to continue your support, snail mail is the safest. I replaced the locks on my mailbox and my front doors because that's how weird shit is. T. Lewison, 5430 Birdwood Road, number 416, Houston, Texas, 77096. I got a PayPal link, a Venmo link, a CashApp, a Patron. I will be here kicking ass, keeping you guys informed. This is definitely the weirdest hurricane season ever. And my bandwidth is like 1 megabyte every 2 years or some shit. Alas. But I'll be over here staring at Karen. Although she should have been Sharon, because look at that S. And Jerry. So we got a new frame on the precipitable water, and you can see it's still going northwest, and it is encroaching on the blue. So there's really the area, the protective bubble seems to be lessened. Just like I'm saying, northeast, I would definitely watch out, you know? Anyway, God bless everyone. Stay cool, and I will get back to you guys when I can. Peace out. Ooh, here we go. Yeah, so it's still, that's north by northwest, man. So, wowzers. God bless everyone. Stay cool.